Hello everybody, how are we doing? I hope y'all are fine, dandy, trendy and happy. Woo, y'all, this one gonna get spicy. Y'all know I love to introduce the spice on here for you. Okay, alright, so in today's reading I'm going to be looking at how you are defeating your enemies. Yes, I'm going to be looking at the cards, see what the cards have to say. So y'all know how I do it. There are timestamps available in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, you just have to click the, well, actually it would be my right, but your left. So click the bottom left corner of the screen. There's an option that says more, and all of the timestamps are available there. Select the object and timestamp that you feel most connected to, that you feel most drawn to. Your intuition will guide you accordingly. So let's get right into it, shall we? For pile 1, I have this CBD facial mist. For pile 2, I have this Hamsa Hand. For pile 3, I have this lovely red lavender. Okay, so let's get right into it. So if you chose pile 1, the CBD facial mist, intuitively I can tell that these people could have lied on your name, said that you have addictions that don't even exist, because CBD is of course cannabis. Right? They could have lied on your name, said that you smoke, you party, you overindulge, blah 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 blah. These people, because of the green on this bottle, that didn't come out by accident. So some of you could have just bottled up your emotions about this entire situation. It didn't say much, didn't open your mouth, you just allowed them to do their thing, which was wise. Sometimes you have to be silent, okay, and I'll explain that later on. But these people were green with envy. Most of what they started, most of the chaos they tried to introduce into your life was based on envy. You are a pure soul, alright? You have a balance between your shadow and light attributes, which is ideally what we're supposed to have. It's that yin yang energy within all of us. We need to have a balance between our shadow and light, okay? And for those of you that chose this pile, you are well balanced, okay? You are fully aware of your shadow traits, you are fully aware of your light traits, and you use each to your advantage. Alright, so I'm looking at this here as well, and this burns. This is a facial mist that burns. So the intention of these enemies were to have you feeling really down and out, really bothered emotionally, sometimes even spiritually. Okay, but let's see how you are conquering your enemies, pile 1. Let's see. How is pile 1 conquering their enemies? How is pile 1 conquering their enemies? How is pile 1 conquering their enemies? Archangel Gabriel. Can I have some clear and concise messages? How is pile 1 conquering their enemies? How is pile 1 conquering their enemies? Okay. So it says here, speaking up for yourself, using your spiritual knowledge to protect you, standing firm in your character. So some of these people really were gunning for your character, pile 1. Some of them could have spread rumors, you know, petty shit, petty enemy shit. It says here, showing and sharing your spiritual side. Yeah, this is how you're defeating them, because as I said, it's never a fleshly battle, it is always spiritual. Anytime there are enemies rising up against you, alright, in general in life, you have to understand that it's a test. It's a test from the universe to see how you're going to deal with the situation. It's a test to see how firm you stand in your beliefs, okay? And so far, pile 1, you've been doing that. Okay, so let's see, how else are you defeating these enemies? How else are you defeating these enemies? Thank you. Manifesting through the pain others try to inflict. Okay, so I'll break down each card, right? I'll give you all my most spiritual perspective. So it says here, manifesting through the pain others try to inflict. So for those of you that know about energy transmutation, it's where you take all of the negative energy people send to you and you convert it into positive energy to fuel your success. So for those of you that chose this path, I think you are fully aware of how to transmute negative energy, and you've been allowing these haters to fuel your success. So every negative word sent, every negative energy sent, you transmuted it and you turned it into something to benefit you. Okay, so thanks to your enemies, Padawan, you had to thank them because they've been fueling your success. Okay, and this was stupid. Like, you know, that's the thing, when people don't know who they're messing with spiritually, like, you could actually be adding to somebody's success by the energy you send them. You know, it's laughable, honestly, it really is. So it says here, using your shadow strategically. So for those of you that chose this path, as I said, you all are aware of your light and dark attributes, right? So some of you have been using your shadow aspects strategically, meaning the parts of you that are connected to the okay. Okay, so if you are a witch that chose this fire, okay, or you may practice some sort of, let's say, this is only for a few of you, not all of you, okay, so maybe 2, 3 that came onto this video. If you are aware of how to use your as it is above, so below, so it is above, as it is below, so it is above, as it is above, so it is below. Yeah, if you know, you know. Alright, you've been using your gifts in this way to protect yourself, but you've been strategic about it. Okay, it says here, showing and sharing your spiritual side. So for those of you that chose this path, if you had to deal with any sort of defamation of character or slander, you are now sharing your spiritual side with people. So people are actually seeing that you were not the villain in this all along. Okay, that you had people that were gunning for you, basically. And it was a smart move because, again, the battle is never fleshly, it was always spiritual. If there are people attacking you, trust and believe those are demonic entities sent by whoever to try to cause chaos in your life. If you don't want to believe me, fine. You know, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe, but I'm telling you, we are all energetic beings, and yes, energy is real, and the energies people send to you is real, you know. So there are people, unfortunately, that will come up against you, especially if you're high vibrational or you are of light and represent purity. There are darker entities that would attack you. Okay, so it's just a test. So it's saying here, standing firm in your character. Yeah, so these people really went for your character. They tried to assassinate your character, pile one, and because you are standing firm in who you are, it's contradicting everything that these people would have tried to say about you behind your back. It's contradicting everything that every rumor they tried to spread, every slander, every lie. Okay, it says you're using spiritual knowledge to protect yourself, right, or to protect you. So again, a lot of spirituality here, spiritual protection is here around you, pile one, so you don't have to worry. I think you know how to put up your walls of protection, right? And so far it's been working, so keep at it, pile one. It says here, speaking up for yourself. Yeah, so some of you, as I said, intuitively I picked up that some of you were bottling up all of what you were experiencing, and now that you are speaking up for yourself, you're standing up for yourself. These enemies are actually seeing that they're feeling terribly at coming for you. In fact, they're actually contributing to your success. So you really had to thank them, you know. Send them love, send them light, send them good energy. That's how you counteract evil, right? You counteract it by a high vibration, you counteract it with higher energy, you know, higher frequencies. I'll leave it as that. Okay, so good job, Padawan. I'm proud of you. You know, it's always a spiritual battle in these streets, and you have to really rejoice, because if you know anything about Psalms and what it says about conquering the enemy, you know, the enemies really have to try. They have to try hard. They have to really try hard. And so far they've been feeling terribly. Okay, pile one. So we're going on to pile two. If you chose the Hamsa Hand, this is a universal symbol of protection. It's also known as the Hand of Fatima. It's popular in Jewish culture. Okay, so some of you could be into protection rituals. Okay, those that chose this pile, you are highly spiritual. Highly spiritual, the advanced souls. You're aware of everything and anything. People cannot get anything past you. Your third eye is very much open and active. So you see beyond the bullshit, basically. Okay, pile 2. So let's see. How are you defeating your enemies? Archangel Gabriel, can I have clear and concise messages for pile 2? How is pile 2 defeating their enemies? Yeah. See what I said? You're highly spiritual. Okay? How is pile 2 defeating their enemies? Archangel Gabriel, can I have clear and concise messages for pile 2? How is pile 2 defeating their enemies? How is pile 2 defeating their enemies? Ignoring the fake profiles. So this is a typical case of harassment. Enjoying life and being happy. Yeah. Allowing others to speak ill freely, it reflects badly on them. Yep. Establishing firm boundaries. Okay, because it could be spiritual boundaries as well. What is going on with me? Sometimes my tongue gets tired and I'm just getting used to like the speed at which my messages come to me. So just hear me out, okay? I'm human. Somewhat. It says gathering evidence, taking notes. Yeah. Giving yourself more grace. Yeah. So these people could have really tried to harass you, pile 2. I'm getting that if you are very spiritual, you also would have picked up on this. You put up your spiritual protection already, okay? If you didn't, you have to, but I'm sure you probably did. It says here gathering evidence, taking notes. Yeah, so some of you, if you are intending on taking legal action, you are quietly taking notes and gathering information. Okay, it says here giving yourself more grace. Yeah, so a lot of you learned grace in this situation. You learned how to be patient. You learned how to do sneak attacks. Alright, if you know, you know. You learned how to do sneak attacks. In other words, you strategically moved in a particular way around these enemies. Okay, it says here allowing others to speak ill freely, it reflects badly on them. And this is the thing, people don't realize that they only reflect badly on themselves. They only represent themselves poorly when they speak ill on others, when they speak ill on other people's character, especially if it's elaborated details, if it's just out of this world shit you're speaking on other people's name. It reflects badly on you. You make yourself look bad, son and daughters, so don't do it. Okay, if somebody does you wrong, take it to the divine, take it to your ancestors, take it to your spiritual team, and they will deal with those people accordingly. Yes, you may speak your truth. It's okay to speak your truth, but also while speaking your truth, ensure that it's the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, it's just you're focusing on your spiritual journey. Yeah, so some of these people just really didn't want you to focus on your spiritual journey, right? They wanted to harass you because this fake profile thing here says it talks highly about harassment, right? They wanted to distract you from your spiritual connection with the divine, because that's how the enemy knows to get a foot in the door. Anytime you are distracted from your spiritual connection from the divine, you can turn to your own understanding, your own human logic, and that is not what is going to help in battles as such. When people rise up against you, it's always spiritual. It's never fleshly. It's never a physical thing. It's an energetic thing. It's a spiritual thing, right? And they tried, pile 2. They tried to distract you, but they were not successful. Y'all are prayerful. Y'all are watchful. Okay, y'all are very watchful. It says here enjoying life and being happy. Yeah. Let me tell you all something. When you are being happy and enjoying life, that can really destroy your enemy. Because as I said, these are spiritual agents that are sent to you to destroy your happiness. When you counteract that with happiness, it makes them more angry, because demonic entities, demonic attachments are people who want to see others in pain. I don't care what anybody says. If you are out here trying to inflict pain on others, trying to intentionally hurt others, trying to tarnish another person's reputation, you are not of light. You have a demonic attachment, you have a demonic energy, and you have to cleanse yourself, right? These are negative energies within you that you have to cleanse. let it go. Right? Let that shit go. Release, forgive, and move on. Okay, and enemies don't realize how much harm they do to themselves by coming up against a spiritual person. You don't realize the harm you inflict on yourself by rising up against a chosen one, by rising up against someone who has a purpose of informing humanity of their own potential, of awakening the consciousness within others. You don't realize how badly enemies that come on here, you don't realize how badly you make it for yourself. So leave people alone. Moral of the story, leave people alone. Okay, pile 2, you're also very spiritually protected, so you don't have to worry about these enemies. Fret not thy soul. Continue with your prayer, continue with your fasting, continue with your protection rituals. Okay, for pile 3, if you chose red lavender, what I can tell right off the bat is that these people wanted to affect your passion, your zest for life. They wanted to affect your stability. They wanted to affect your groundedness. They wanted to affect your mental stability, spiritual stability, emotional stability. These people really came for your root, what keeps you grounded. Right, but let's see let's see how you're defeating your enemies. Part 3, Archangel Gabriel, can I have clear and concise messages for pile 3? It says here, they attract the worst karma by attempts to attack you. Backfire effect due to divine protection. So every little negative attempt to tear you down, pile 3, has backfired terribly on your enemies due to your protection. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. As I always tell people, do not go up against others because you don't know who you're messing with. You don't know. It says the more they attack you, the more bad karma they attract. And this is what people fail to realize. When you choose to make enemies, right? When you choose to go up against people, you don't know who you're messing with. Sometimes by messing with people, attacking them only makes you attract more negativity into your life, attract bad karma into your life, and you just don't want it for yourself. Your protection ritual is powerful. Yeah. So pile 3, I think you all are also some hard hitters. Spiritually, you know your stuff. Okay? It says here, allowing angels and the divine to fight some battles. Yeah, the angels have entered the chat, and trust me, when war angels are out, baby, that is a battle you do not want to fight. It says here, letting karma be the bitch that she is. Yeah, pile 3. Yeah, because these people, again, they don't know how badly they make things for themselves by simply coming up against you. I have to keep repeating that because these people are reaping what they sowed. You lay your bed, now you have to, what is it? You made your bed, now you have to lay in it. It says here, transmuting all negative energy sent your way. Yeah, and you guys are using all the negativity these people try to send. I think spiritually they try to attack you, right? My spiritual warriors, you were able to deflect and in some cases mirror back that energy. All right. It also says here, speaking up about injustice. So this experience you had with these enemies allowed you the freedom to speak up about injustice. Okay, and it says here, calling on ancestors. Ooh, pile 3, listen you all. You see, once ancestors enter the chat, ooh, and angels, war angels, ooh, I wouldn't want to be your enemy's pile 3. Right? I wouldn't want to be your enemy. I wouldn't want to have any kind of negative shit to say about you, pile 3, because ooh, child, ooh, your ancestors and your angels enter the chat, and you have protection rituals and energy up, just ooh. Whoever your enemies are, I'm sorry for them. You all, I am so sorry for the enemies of pile 3. You all are going to get your ass handed to you. And I think the biggest lesson in this for the enemies of pile 3 is to choose your battles wisely. There are some things you just don't have to fight. There are some things you just have to let go and move on with your life. Some things you just have to let go and move on. Right? Biggest lesson, you don't ever mess with people's stability and their sense of self. You don't ever attack that. You don't ever, I don't care who you are, you don't ever go for that. Right? Because as I said, you don't know who's protecting these people in the spiritual realm. You don't know. The ancestors and war angels are out for pile 3. Right? They are out, you called on them, you asked for their assistance, and now karma is hitting your enemies tenfold, threefold. And that, my friend, is the ending of today's reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this brought some sort of comfort for all of you that have been experiencing any sort of attacks from enemies or people who just randomly decided to rise up against you. I send love and light to all of you. Remember that your battles are always spiritual. It's never fleshly. Alright? I'm sending divine love and light to all of you. Blessings. Stay woke.